Karl, Franz, Elector Count of Reichland, Prince of Altdorf, greatest statesman of the old world and the Emperor of mankind. Now, to start off the campaign, we have to do something that I've honestly done a million times. I'm sure some of you have done that too. Bonked secessionist skulls. So we're just going to attack our first opponent, and this is a relatively simple battle. We pull off some spicy gun flanks, so let's get into it. Now we started the battle as one does by mortaring the defenseless enemy front line, but little did they also know we planted some Reichsguard on the hill so that their ranged units can't actually do anything this fight. Well, hello there, gentlemen. Now whatever their front line was coming to order, I'm sure that an unhealthy dosage of lead was not on their wish list. Granted, it didn't really do much. Unfortunately, the special of tonight had to be slightly relocated because their front line was rapidly approaching. Now, before we continue, I'd like to bring attention to the fact that the enemies do in fact have a prophet. And to that I say, let's hope he's about as accurate as prophets from Greek mythology. And as predicted, their archers did not really survive against the Reichsguard. Neither did anyone else. On the other side, our handgunners were shooting the enemies in the flank from atop of a hill. And that was about the point where they simply concluded that they don't want to die. Fair enough. The enemy lord was so shook that he decided to slow run away from us. Reichsguard. Mwah. Unfortunately for us, however, the threats to the Reichland do not stop there, and on the very same turn, we have to secure the nearby settlement. It is time for the liberation of Grunberg. No, it is not as cool as it sounds. This battle was indeed not as cool. We were simply much stronger and could just envelop their entire formation. Although, it did give some pretty scenic shots of the enemies running away from impending doom. And that settles Grunberg. For the end of the turn, we got some archers because we need ranged units that are a bit better in sieges than handgunners, as handgunners are more apt for field battles. We also struck some deals with our neighboring Elector Counts. Here's hoping they don't die turn 5. Oh look, a wizard! Wait a minute. Nah, he looks fine. On the following turn, we decided to siege Ubersreich, but we're not going to go for it quite yet. The enemies seem a bit strong. So I decided to hire a new lord. Enter Caspar Maria Folk. He's gonna be a good one, and if he dies, we're going to give him the highest honors, for in the following battle, he was the key. I also decided to build a gunsmith so we gain access to artillery for our future siege of Marienburg. I decided to waste no further time, so I waddled Caspar Maria Folk onto Ubersreich and initiated the siege. Now this battle, we're going to use some sneaky little trickery that, while perhaps not executed optimally, did make for some very cool thematic moments. This hill is the cornerstone of the plan. Initially I thought I should only send the Reichsguard up on the hill, but then I thought, why not put some archers there and swordsmen to protect them? And then Caspar Maria Folk came into play. Why not put an entire offensive detachment on the hill? This did involve a little bit of waiting because Caspar Maria Folk took his sweet time getting to the battlefield, but oh boy did his detachment deliver. And so the battle began in earnest with a few not so devastating shots from our mortars. Don't worry, they'll get better over time. Look at them go, now that's the legion that I personally trained. They're not scared of anything, they're going behind 10 enemy units. They're about to get encircled by the entire army, do they care? No, they have a mission. Karl ain't letting himself get outdone though. The primary army swiftly moved to catch up with Caspar Maria's engagement, and so the complete bloodbath began. Caspar also decided that this is his battlefield. If he's dying at any point, he's going out with a bang. Look at the bestial moves he's performing here. In a slight error of judgment though, our pikemen found themselves on a hill getting shot in the back by enemy pistoliers. So we did the only right thing. We shot the pistoliers in the back as well. Knock knock. Your head with a hammer. Now this in practice marked the end of the secessionists. Our man with hammer, old guy, and bones did very well. But what awaits them is a much more dire battle that may claim some things that we would not like to lose.